We arrived at the studio and it was about 8:20 in the morning, and we walked in, and Air Studios, where it was recorded, is an old church been turned into an amazing studio. And I was fine till I stepped through the door, and all of a sudden it was butterflies, shaking legs. I had beads of sweat on my head. It was like, oh wow, this is reality, Bob, get with it. Like I say, this is the first day of the main recording with a full orchestra. I've never been, this is another plane for me. It's an absolutely amazing step. And to see them all tuning up and getting ready to play on an album that has my name on it, it's just, I can't stop laughing. I'm pinching myself. You know, the whole recording process has been a pipe dream for me. I've always wanted to professionally record an album, and I've had that pipe dream fulfilled.
This is the little lady who started it all off. She applied online for me.
My daughter, Joanne, she heard me rehearsing songs in the bedroom, and unknowns to me, went online to The Voice and applied for me. She came up to me, she went, there's your audition date 3 weeks before, and I went, pardon? Frightened the life out of me.
As you can see, this is Kerry Fresh. This is where I used to work before my audition on The Voice changed my life.
Well, just to prove that you do.
The first couple of days after the show, I went into a real sort of depression a little bit. I won't say real down depression, but sort of mope around the house a bit. You know, because you are lifted up to a great height, and then you dumped on your backside basically.
The devastation and disappointment when they didn't press, because we all thought they'd press. For weeks and weeks afterwards, it was just an awful feeling. I
have done my best, and I couldn't do any better than that. And I thought, well, okay, it's not to be, you know, we've had a go.
The show was aired in January 2014. The day after, I came back here to work. I clocked on here at 6 o'clock in the morning, and 1:15 in the afternoon I had to clock out and go home because Mr. Mike Batt was phoning me.
Mike Batt, when you watched The Voice on Saturday night, what did you think of Bob?
Well, I was watching in the kitchen with my wife, and usually when the chairs don't turn around, you think, well, fair enough, you know. But he was so phenomenal. We just knew somebody would go for it. I was hoping it would be Will, so that it would be an interesting combination of Will with this much more traditional sounding Tom kind of voice. And nobody turned, and I just felt so, what's the word, such a sense of injustice that I thought, you know, I ought to do something.
We sat down and we started to discuss songs and what we could possibly do with an album.
What would be a good, strong, solid note, like let's say a G, which would be like, oh, what's that like? Brilliant.
Mike knew me better than I knew myself, really. And we came up with a great selection of songs.
The minimum I'd like to get out of this meeting is 4 that we've decided we definitely want to do.
Yeah.
So I can start arranging.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be so quickly in the studio,
yeah,
that I've got to start burning the midnight oil,
yeah,
doing the arrangements.
Yeah. When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for small town girls and soft summer nights. We'd hide from the lights on the village green when I was 17. The arrangement has a bossa nova feel in the rhythm in the centre.
So that's been changed from the original version. It works very well.
When I was 21, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for city girls who lived up the stairs with all that perfumed hair, and it came undone when I was 21.
The Crimea River that I used on the TV show was a massive arrangement, but Mike had his own ideas about doing it in a sort of James Bond big orchestral sound and feel, and that's what he came up with, and it also suited the power in my voice.
Now you say you're sorry for being so untrue. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you.
It was the first time I worked with an orchestra, and I was just stood there in the control room and I was blown out of the water. It was amazing.
Cry me a river. I cried a river. I cried a river. Cry me a river.
From 1981 to 2011, I was driving a taxi in the Stockport area. So that was like a span of 30 years. So you go out and, you know, when you go out with your mates, you have a go on karaoke and things like that. And just developed, the voice seemed to get better and better. And it certainly got stronger from 2007 when I started doing pubs and clubs on a regular basis.
He kept wanting to go on karaoke. Everywhere we went, he was going on karaoke. So I said to him, if you want to do it, if you want to go out there, we'll get speakers and you can set up and you can go and do it. So we put it on a credit card.
Used to wear leather pants on stage. Always went down well.
He thought he did.
It did. It went down well.
Yeah, right.
She didn't like it.
This pub here, the Crown, I've actually been on here on a couple of occasions. Landlord's called Pete. He's a great guy. The only problem with him is a City fan.
This baby I bought in 2007 and never let me down at all. Been all over in it, done gigs with it all over the place, took me to work, back and work, never let me down at all. And this is a bit ironic. I know it's means something else, but I was thinking getting some letters on it. Mr. Mike Batman.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Don't mean a thing, all you gotta do is sing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Makes no difference if it's sweet or hard. Just give that rhythm everything you got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Do-wop,
to hear myself being played on a radio station, I'll be sticking things in my ears to think I'm here, see whether I'm hearing it proper.